Welcome to my channel and welcome to the chat episode. And this time in English, my today's guest is Malit from the Netherlands. He is the founder of Subdigits. In this interview, he will explain what Subdigit is, and he will also explain how he finds customer and where he finds customer. Then Subdigit is already very, very successful. He is already making a 7-figure revenue each year. So let's not waste the time and we will start with the interview. Thank you, Malit. Thank you for your time. And I'm happy that you're here. Would you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Thank you for inviting me to this, and I'm very happy to talk to you today. And yeah, my name is Malit, and I'm based in the Netherlands right now. But I have been living in Berlin, Germany before I come here for 5 years, and I also met my fiance from Germany, and then we moved together to Netherlands. And before that, I also was in Italy for 10 years. But originally, I'm from Sri Lanka. Yeah, I speak Sinhalese, Italian, English. I was trying to learn German, but it is a bit too difficult, and I have some conflict with Dutch.
Okay, they are a bit similar. You're right. Okay. Before you started Subdigit, we will talk about this later. What did you do before? In which fields?
Before Subdigits, it was so. For example, when I came to Italy, I was like 14 years old, and it's the time when people didn't have a laptop with, or my first computer was like Pentium 2 computer. So it's like a very old time. I'm not that old, but the technology moves fast. So I went into this software engineering field with this curiosity I had when internet was there. When I came to Italy, internet was there, and I was very curious how to build a website. And I started learning all the Flash. There was something called Flash in the past. Now it's gone. And that was the first programming language I learned, Flash ActionScript, and I started building some websites. And I got some opportunities from there that some agencies wanted to build website. They were hiring web designers. It was not very common, like a career path. And so I started with the small agencies. Then later on, after a few years of experience, I started working on SaaS products and e-commerce products, and then bigger agencies, small agencies. Yeah, I came to Germany to work on an e-commerce website called Geschenke. It's a gift company, and they were scaling up really fast. So they wanted to a front end lead to convert their Magento shop to a React platform, the front end part. So I was taking lead on that, and that gave me more opportunities to move to Netherlands. Also, I came here to one of the big marketing agency called Depth Agencies. Was building products since when I was 14 years old.
Okay, thank you. Why did you decide to start Subdigit and not another business? Was it a personal history or a frustration or something else?
Yeah, when I came to the Netherlands, the first company, as I said, it was working. It was like a marketing agency. It was like around 4,000 headcount, so it's quite big. And even before, I had my own agency, like a lot of software engineers, you start your agency. And then I saw my own struggle, like if I have to report to clients. And also I saw it in a bigger scale, like bigger agencies, they struggle to have automated reporting. It's almost impossible when it comes to tons of customers. So I had this idea in my head, but I really never wanted to execute it because I don't know, it wasn't the right time. But it was recent years, like I think 2 years back, I was working on another project with a co-founder, and he asked me about some numbers, like revenue and users and how many people converted today. I didn't want to give access to all the tools to this non-technical co-founder. So I was trying to figure out, can I create a dashboard quickly that connecting all the tools I need? But it wasn't that simple. So I needed to have SQL experience and needed to know the tool that I'm signing up. So I started building some small MVP for us. And then that's when I thought okay, I have the problem. This is pretty cool that I can help other people having the same problem. So that's how I just started Subdigits.
Okay, thank you. And for those who don't know Subdigit, how will you pitch Subdigit? What problem does it solve?
Yeah. Subdigit is a client reporting and dashboard automation tool for marketing agencies mainly. So it can save around 5 to 10 hours depending on how many clients you have. If you have a lot of clients, it takes much more time to create like a bi-weekly or monthly reporting. So basically what traditional agencies used to do was creating a Google Sheet and collecting all the data from multiple tools, for example, Search Console and Analytics and Ads, Meta Ads, Google Ads. They just keep it on one place, and at the end they create manual reporting. So this is the problem that we are trying to help, basically save time. And also, if you don't do a correct reporting, the customers of these agencies might churn. So reduce the churn of the agency customers and save time.
Okay, thank you. What does Subdigital do differently? Why should I use Subdigital and not another?
Yeah, so from the beginning, we wanted to make it very easy to use because our users are not heavily technical. So our goal is for our users to connect their data source in a matter of minutes, or even create a dashboard very quickly. So we have some integration that some of our competitors doesn't have. For example, Stripe, Superbase, WooCommerce, because it's not really directly impact the marketing agencies, but we added these kind of integrations. And we also have pricing advantage. We don't have like credit or like most our competitors does is data source based and or client based pricing model. Like if you have 10 data sources, then you have to pay a lot of money. And if you have 10 customers with 10 data sources, each customer is end up paying tons of money.
But has the product has the product evolved since the launch? Did you change something, or was it from the first day?
Oh yeah, it was evolving ever since. Yeah, the first time we launched the product, so we launched on Product Hunt, and we became like product of the day, and we got a lot of feedback because we launched there because we had the main focus was startups and founders because I was building a startup before and I had the issue. So I thought my ICPs are startups and founders. So we didn't even have that many integrations. So you could connect GitHub and Stripe and create a dashboard and share with anyone. That was basic features. At the same time, we also had the agency plan, the bigger plan. We called it scale up because we were not really focusing on agencies. But then we noticed some agency owners using it. And so I started talking to them and I started changing the outreach also. Like instead of talking to founders, I talked to agencies, and I found out that it has much more traction from agencies. They have this problem much more than startups or like founders. So we went all in for agencies because we don't want to make it complicated and offering multiple solutions. So it's better if we know where the traction is and we go all in for them and try to double down with the agency. So we changed, for example, when we started, we had like around 3-4 integrations. We are very early, like we are about 1 year old now. After a few months, we added like around 20 plus integrations. So it was evolving a lot.
Okay, thank you. Since you're a developer, this must be important for you. Which tech stack are you using, and which technology, and which other tooling and software?
Yeah, of course, there are like a lot of softwares behind, like high level. We have infrastructure. We have in AWS. Backend, we have Nest.js. We have a monorepo. It's not very making complicated. We have front end in React. Database wise, we have Postgres and ClickHouse for analytics. Yeah, basically those two. So marketing, we are using for like a transaction email. We are using Brevo. Yeah, basically this is very high level tech stack.
Okay, thank you. Tell us something about your team. Are you a single founder? Did you found it alone, or do you have a team? And how many people are working on this?
Currently, it's just me and my co-founder, and she's also my fiance. So she's taking care of UX and UI design. She has experience, so that's why I had a lot of advantage on having a great product. So it's not just developing it, and it was a proper design and from the beginning. And she did a UX research first. That's why we did it. It felt like very much not like a solo or like a 2 people build. So yeah, it was just me and her, and of course we hired some freelancers and one agency currently we are working with. Yeah, right now we are not really planning to like create a big team because right now it's feasible. Main issue is like a customer support, so might be adding more people there in the future.
So you're a two-person business making an high six-digit revenue each month. Each month, not bad, not bad. Okay, thank you. Okay, now tell us about your numbers. How many revenue are you making? How much revenue?
Yeah, so the thing is we are trying if we should share it publicly or not, because we have there are a few reasons, mainly for because our competitors and our customer base very careful about like how stable the company, of course it's stable, but our main competitors that a lot of people change into us from, they've been there for a long time, and agency analytics and some few other companies are big names, and so they have like a thousands of maybe more than thousands of users, so probably they have like a huge revenue. We are very early, it's been only 1 year, we have around 400 users, but our 400 our users, like our ICP, like agencies, and our what I can say is our plan is the most famous and averaged use plan is 250, like agency plan, that like the highest plan is 250. We don't have any custom plans just yet because we are not really focusing on enterprise. Yeah, we are making a lot of money because of the plan is very high, expensive, and it is normal for agencies basically to pay. For most agencies, this is not that much money.
So I have heard your typical customers are the agencies, right? And what is the platform they are integrating the most? Is it like Google Analytics or Meta Ads, or which platform are used the most?
Yeah, we have like mainly we are focusing on like a mid-sized digital marketing agencies, like a 1 to 15 employees. Most of these they do paid performance marketing plus SEOs. Like more traction we have from SEO, and of course also performance marketing, but mostly use this Google Search Console uh, because we have more numbers on our platform than what they're showing in Search Console. And if you see like SEO tools like Ahref or any other SEO tools, very expensive, like thousands of euros per month. So I don't know if they want to afford all of that to do reporting. Maybe that's why, but Google Search Console is one of the top tools integrations that used by our customers, and followed by Meta Ads. And I think some people use Google Ads too.
And how and where do you find your customers? For example, if you're searching for new customers, how will you proceed?
Yeah, currently we are like most of the customers came from a cold outreach on LinkedIn. Actually, I'm focusing on one channel that worked very well is LinkedIn, and also Meta ads are working out. But in the beginning, we couldn't really figure out if it's worth it. Of course, you have to pay so much money there, but the most value or most customers we got from was cold outreach and LinkedIn.
And if you start a new business today, completely new, how will you try again the same playbook like outreach over LinkedIn, or would you try something else?
Yeah, I would do something similar. Like I would focus on like founder-led marketing, like really focus on creating content. Also, it really depends what you build, right? Like if you where your ICP is at, like if you know like who are you selling to, like most business people are LinkedIn, but if you're selling to different customers, they could be on Twitter or on Reddit. So depending actually, but I would do something similar, but still I would launch on a platform like Product Hunt. There are some value, especially for awareness in the beginning, because there are a big crowd there. And yeah, basically try to be organic as much as possible.
Do you have investors, or do you own the whole company?
No, we own the whole company. We don't have
So it is completely bootstrapped. And what was the most challenging part of building this business? Was it some moments where you thought, okay, I should quit?
not quit, but of course it's exhausting sometimes because you have to handle everything. It's also my decision that I could have like hired some people, But when you start from scratch, you don't have like you have to spend your saving on your own money on it, and it takes few months to really take it over. But you have to in the beginning put a lot of work into it, right? And wait for things to pick up. Marketing doesn't work, right? When we want, it will accumulate, and then at one point it will blow up. But finding first 10 customers and gaining trust, because you're coming from nowhere and like at least I was stepping into new market. I didn't know how agency owners are, how do they buy, and what do they trust. So of course if you have a good audience, this will be different. But I didn't have any like a big audience anywhere. On LinkedIn, a little bit active, but not really. I had to build everything from the beginning, so it was a bit exhausting. That was the main reason. But quitting, not really, because I'm very happy. I'm building my own thing instead of working for someone else.
Okay, thank you. What was your biggest mistake and what did you learn?
Yeah, of course there are mistakes. Main mistake was I didn't talk to customers, or I didn't do enough research before like building the product. I had the idea because I was also following some advice from internet gurus that you build the product, like find your own problem and then solve it, and then people will buy it. But it's not really the case, because I had the problem, but not everyone else. Maybe they had problems, depending who are they, right? Most of the developers, they build now wipe code something very quickly. So it didn't work out in the beginning because of my ICP. It wasn't the product, it was finding the correct audience. So I wish I talked to a lot of people and figured out this, like where, if I should build it for agencies or if I should build it for startups or founders, before spending like the first few months figuring this out and pivoting everything. That was my main mistake.
And what was the biggest success or the moment where you thought, okay, now I have made it since you were launched?
Yeah, because success is like when you wake up and you see like some people paying when I'm sleeping, and I wake up and I see notification on Stripe. And also, of course, building something that useful, not really hype. Like this will save actual time for customers. And I didn't jump into AI wagon, because it's very hyped. It's very hard to not really build for that. As a developer, I'm also like, I have tons of idea, the idea guy. And it's hard to not build something when everyone really building for AI. But we went from the beginning. We don't use AI. We just we are solving a problem.
Thank you. If another developer asks you for an advice and he says, I am a developer, but I don't have any money, I don't have any audience, which advice would you give him? But he wants to build a SaaS product.
From the beginning, like I had the same issue, but if I knew, I would like build a small community, like a core community first, like at least trying to talk to some people. I would share, like ask few people if you're interested. I had this idea. If you're interested, is it something that you would pay? I would try to pre-sell it, only few people. And then, I mean, like 5-10 people is enough. And then I would create some kind of like a WhatsApp group or something and share update and treat them like God, and then share updates and launch the minimal product, because then right away when you launch, you have some loyal customers, and you have some customers. You don't have to wait and pivot and everything. I would do that first right after launching. If you have good enough product, I would do a lifetime deal. It's not realistic for every product. Like if you have AI credit based product, it's not good, but there are a lot of lifetime deal platforms that you can quickly get some customers feedback plus some money to, like in the beginning you can put it in your development and reinvest in your product. So there are platforms like AppSumo that some people making millions from lifetime deals. But of course, depending on what you're building, this is what I would do if I had to build something from ground up again.
So, okay, thank you. There is one important point which I want to talk about. Actually, I didn't plan to talk about this point about the lifetime deals, because I'm the founder of Mapia and I help other founders sell their businesses. But I see one problem when they have lifetime deals. Suppose you're a SaaS founder and you have sold a lot of lifetime deals, and there is some point you want to sell your business. And this would be very critical, because the buyer would have to buy liabilities, but actually they don't get any money. They have to offer the service for the rest of their life. And that is something I always advise other founders, do not do it. But if you do it, limit the time, not lifetime, but always do it for 2 years, or 5 years, something, because in this case, you don't have an endless liability. What do you
Yeah,
think?
that's true. Yeah, that's I agree. Like you have to be smart about what you're offering for these people, and of course, infrastructure wise, like you can have a contract with even the lifetime that if it doesn't harm your like scalability of your product, I think it's all right because I know products like I used to work on a company called Brevo. It used to be Sending Blue, but then they are unicorn on Europe also. They sold lifetime deals in the beginning. You can still find, and also some other companies like SendSpark that recently got acquired. Also, they also sold lifetime deal, a lot of lifetime deals actually. And yeah, you can still survive with them. It's like in the beginning, I think it's a good opportunity. It's really hard to get like a lot of money from subscription if you don't do good enough marketing. And this is a quick way to get you ground up and help you to reinvest. So I wouldn't go as a first thing, but if you think your product can survive with giving some kind of create a good enough offer for them, then I would do it because most companies, like I also have a free plan, like it's very limited. So if I know I can scale, not giving like a really huge plan, then I would do it.
I don't have any experience with AppSumo, but it is also possible to sell there some kind of limited lifetime deals, 5 year deals or something.
I think they did 1 year deals also, yearly deal, but I'm not sure if they still do it. They have like a lot of completely lifetime. They also like have packages like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Like you can, depending on the package that you offer, and it get more expensive. Like of course it's a lifetime deal, so you get a lot of money for the biggest package, and of course the I think if you talk to them, they will also offer that you can sell yearly. Yeah, I think the main problem is like AppSumo, they have lots of users, very demanding. And if you don't get good reviews, I think it will be really bad. If you're not ready, then also it's bad for you.
Do I have to pay in advance, or how does AppSumo work really?
That's the trick. I think it depends. Like they get 50%, I think, but they have, I think, AppSumo Plus. So I don't remember exact name, but they do like more marketing for you, and they put on you on the spotlight. In that case, you can earn lots of money, I think, but they get 70%. It's quite a lot.
Okay, now let's go back to ZapDigits. What is your long term vision for the company, for the product? Where do you see ZapDigits in 5 or 10 years?
Yeah, I mean, I would like to stay bootstrapped and grow steady, like without going like crazy. Because now not, of course, the customer acquisition is still ongoing. That is still scalable, but I want to grow steady and stay bootstrapped without having any issues with the scaling. Because if it comes to at one point that I need a lot of money to scale to all the users that coming, that my problem will be in the like I will have to spend a lot of money on the infrastructure and the scalability of the product than the marketing. So I'm trying to go this like not like a very fast but slow and steady. And without that's why I also not getting any investors, because then I can put more money or where I don't know in the marketing. Then I have other issues like scalability issues.
Okay, thank you. Are there any trends in analytics or in marketing that you're excited about? Is there any major shifts there which you can see?
Yeah, I think you can guess it. Like the search engine is changing, and but still Google is very valid, but it's kind of changing from, I think, agencies how they do SEO. Like a lot of agencies for years now they were selling SEO services. Now I think also they have to adapt and change their strategy. So that's I'm excited to see, and I'm also seeing this OpenAI wants to advertise. If it happens, I think a lot of agencies start being making a service like advertisement service. So it's like a Google and Meta ads. This will be another one that on top of it. So I'm excited. If that happens, then of course people will look for report and performance. So then I want to like be on top of it.
This is one question I also ask everyone, and I want to ask also everyone in the future, because I'm the founder of Mabia, and I have customers who actively are searching to buy other SaaS companies, other SaaS products. How much would an investor or buyer pay you to buy Subdigits? Where is the amount where you would say, yes, I will sell it?
Honestly, I would not, I would say not sell it because I'm too invested in it, and I don't know what I would do with the money because I'm getting enough to live and not to go to a full-time job and be full-time on it. And I have enough freedom to make my own decisions. I'm not also like a serial launch. I don't want to keep launching a new product, especially full-blown SaaS like this. And it is right now. I think I don't have, of course, the solid offer because we are seeing the growth. But at one point, I think the market, like everything, kind of changed. We will be stuck and a struggle at one point. But right now, I think, like every startup, there's exciting phase that we have. So I cannot really. Maybe this year we are going this very well because it's the first year. But next year, I don't know how it will go. But that's why I would be like, maybe if I want to sell it, if I say the wrong number, it will be, I might be too early that I'm selling too low. So that's why I want to stay at least a few more years to figure out where this is going. And right now I'm very comfortable. So that's why I would say like, no, I'm not selling.
Is there any routines, any activities, any habit that you have outside of your work which makes you?
Yes, I do Muay Thai quite a lot. Like I started a few years back, and every week, like a few times, I will try at least 3 times, and that at least helped me to release the stress. And yeah, just eating different food. So that's the main thing.
Okay, thank you. If you could go back in time to the last year, to the time you founded Subdigit, what would you do differently?
If I go back, I would say don't rush to build something because I built without doing enough, without talking to people. So, like I said, especially you shouldn't build a SaaS, like a full blown SaaS. It could be micro SaaS or something simple, but yeah, if I like the problem is when you're building right away, you build in too many features. Also, you get too invested in it, and then you don't even maybe you will see another opportunity or something. You won't go there because you're too invested in it. So I wouldn't say like right away build your idea. Instead, just do a few research and talk to a few people first, and then start building.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. I think we have reached our time. And now, if you are looking to have an analytics dashboard, I hope I pitch it right, your product, then go to zapdigits.com. You will find the links in the show notes in the description of this video. And if you have a SaaS product and want to sell it, or if you're looking to buy an online business, then visit mabia.com. The link is also in the description. Thank you very much, Malit.
Thank you.
Thank you.